Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Apologies about the delay. I did spend yesterday at home, actually. We made pizza. The dough came out great, but I need to figure out how to get good toppings. Was a little bit dry, but pretty good though, all around. And so it's good to be back. I hope you're all doing very well. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And just a big announcement here. So Alex, unfortunately, has had to stack back from the play by email. This is due to work, essentially. He doesn't quite have the time here at the moment in time. Plumber was considering taking over as the Western Entente player, but he does have 4 children, and he does work full-time as well. So I have asked Mr. Nomadic Jam to take in, well, to step in really as a Western Entente player. Now, Nomadic hasn't played as a Western Entente. This will be his first turn. Alex did give him a briefing and did obviously allow him to take the turn in his own stride. So I don't know how things are going to go here. We're going to be playing with a player that is a new personality here. And perhaps we'll see that reflected in their strategies here. So it's going to be rather entertaining. Be rather interesting to see. So I do have a couple of comments here, so I'm going to go ahead and see. How you doing there, guys? We've got Hubertius, Gallo, Noel, I've just seen you there. Good to have you guys. So Hugh says here, remember to move Diplomat back. Yes, I was reading the comments actually regarding Mexico and the Zimmerman event. So yes, we'll go ahead and do that. We don't really want to have the US enter into the war any sooner than can be prevented, really. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Plumber's been doing a bang-up job, and at the end of the day, it is difficult for him. I did ask him about this over here. He did tell me that he did pull back the Tsar, but what had happened is that there was a militia unit over here, so when we did attack, it seems to drag the Tsar back. I'm not too sure sometimes. I think, I'm not fully sure. Because when it comes to the March of the Sound of the Guns, I don't know if he was called here, whether he actually left here. With it being a 15-day turn, sometimes you do have these things occur, and you can't quite exactly tell what was the order of events and how things actually played out there. But indeed. Yeah, it will be interesting. It will be interesting. And I do wonder how it's going to change things. Right, 14 days until we're here. And then we'll have them head over here to replenish their numbers. There is a large number of divisions over here that I would like to chase at some point, but I'm going to go ahead and deal with this army over here first, of Mr. Anton Salsa. Mr. Spicy Salsa here, essentially. Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, when we did resolve a turn, I remember saying, oh, we've waited our gas. And then just having a militia there. He said he did as a rear guard, but obviously it seems with the March of the Sound of Guns. I'm not too sure there. Not too sure. And the Tsar is not exactly a strategic genius. He's strategic rate on 1-0 offensive, 0 defensive. But it does make sense. I've been listening to a good World War I podcast, the World War I, the History of the Great War podcast, I think it is, or World War I History podcast. Forget the exact name. And for myself, it's been quite fun actually. I did read in my years, a few years ago, I did read Ring of Steel. I think it was Ring of Steel or Ring of Iron. I think it was Ring of Steel. That was quite a good book. That was from the perspective of the Central Powers, and that was pretty good, actually. Nice to get that different perspective. Robert K. Massey's Castles of Steel as well. There's a steel theme here, isn't there? And I think a couple others, actually, but I can't quite recall them. Though, as of the last few years, it's mostly been modern Asia for me. Modern Japanese and modern Chinese, pretty much. Obviously, predominantly modern Chinese now, which is where my sort of quote-unquote expertise lies, but still good. Still feels good to get back to it. So resolving the events over here is going to be quite interesting. We do have forces over here. The army of Bon Voyant is moving over here to Metz. I do wonder what's going to happen over here. I did have a question regarding entrenchment levels. As far as I understand it, as we have a force here which has level 5 entrenchment, as long as we maintain a force here, and we'll have our level entrenchment. So the army of Max leaving here, it's not going to be much of a problem, as Represh will enter here and be okay. I do have a command point over here, so can I put anything in here? I don't think I have anything, though in fairness... Right, they all have the heavy artillery here. I was going to say if they had space for militia, I could put militia in there. But this army is pretty ridiculous. There's a good amount of munitions over here. They're fully stocked on munitions and supply. And there's a lot of heavy artillery. So we're going to see what that does. It's going to be used for what it was designed for. And I think that's going to be quite good. But we do bring in a fresh army over here. It doesn't mean that the French can't bring in additional forces too, but we will have a full a full army as well. So that'll be quite interesting there for us. And especially with that heavy artillery, will help to resolve the artillery imbalance. And I'm hoping that with just the sheer amount of howitzers over here, that it has proved to be a worthwhile investment. And depending on how things go, if I do relieve a lot of the pressure here on the Western Front, I could have this army move to the Netherlands and have it utilised to put the British down there, really. But we'll see. It will be rather intriguing to see how this goes. We do have German forces moving to the front over here. I do have a corps. It's not an activated corps, unfortunately, otherwise I could put them as a group. Let me go ahead and put these guys into the Amsterdam defences just so they don't get destroyed out in the open. That'd be ideal. Yeah, so Amsterdam is relatively lightly defended here, but I do have forces just to the south. I could move the Dutch in there, in fairness, or I could move the Austrians or even the other Germans in there if I wanted to. And not the worst thing in the world, but we'll see. Amsterdam, though, to be fair, maybe I do want to move in additional reinforcements there. Let me go ahead and move the Austrian corps across over here. They would be there in a single day, so it's probably worth having the Austrians there. And if I can go ahead and give them that supply from the Dutch, I don't know if they would benefit from those support units. I don't know, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Well, apparently they do, so that's pretty good then. Alright, we'll put that over there. It's a bit of a multinational force there then, so that could be quite good. Right by the trenches, that's good then. Yeah, that's great then. And my great-grandfather fought in the First World War, we still have his Iron Cross. Ah, that's incredible. I think I did have family that fought in the Great War. I'm pretty sure, I can remember talking to a great-grandma in my family. She's obviously long since passed now, but I'm pretty sure she mentioned that either her brother or her uncle was a submariner. Obviously with the Royal Navy, which is pretty interesting. But I don't know, maybe something to do with the Royal Navy, but I always remember the submariner part. And then apparently like losing an eye, or I don't know, something like that. Something to do with his eye, some kind of eye-related injury. And then being retired essentially from the Navy at that point. But not too sure about it. It's an interesting story, really. It's just one I'll never really know now, so... Oh well. Right. So we have our Bulgarians over here, then. Yeah, do benefit from medical practices, indeed. Yeah, that's good to have. Oh, yeah? Are you going to be fighting the wars of Area 51? I don't know. Do I want the militia heading out here? I don't know if it's even worth it. If they don't have artillery support, there's not much worth that. Oh, wow. Right. Do I have... I suppose I could go ahead and have the Bulgarian militia just reinforced there. We've already got some heading down this way. Let's have them march over to the rail lines. Or to be fair, I don't know, 20 days, 24 days. Just go 20 days over here, it's not going to cost them as much to go that way. And we'll have the militia moved over here as well. This militia can just stay here to guard. Do I have anything in Varna? I have a friend from Varna, actually. She's been studying in Tokyo, actually, for the last year. And she's returning, but she's returning somewhat reluctantly, I must say. Alright, Kavala. Have I just hit somebody there? I'll be fine. We should have the... Right, so that militia's moving out over there as well. Okay. I do wish that the Austrian and the Ottoman fleet was in good shape. But that's the same. That's a shame. Yeah, the Area 51 was, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Hey, there's that Skinwalker Ranch somewhere near there, isn't there, right? I love watching those shows, man. Alright, so I do have Turkish forces then moving to the Caucasus, which is good, try and build upon that. I would very much like to do something over here at Salonika. The Entente did destroy that force that was sent against them temporarily, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to be really just curious to see what Nomadic will do. Very curious. It's going to leave this behind as a rearguard, perhaps. Or do I even need a rearguard? I probably do, but what I could go ahead and do is actually just take perhaps just some militia. I just have them as a rearguard. Alright. But we do have Bulgarians over here that are going to be assaulting at Nish. There appears to be a very small force over there, but it doesn't mean that he can't bring his forces down here, so we'll see how that goes. If I can, break the rail, but I don't think they will. But we'll see. At the end of the day, if he loses Belgrade, it loses everything, really, so we'll see how that goes. Overall, things are going well. I'd love to attack with the Austrians over here. Oh, he can actively lead. What I'll do then is take him... Active commander then, give him the support. Yeah, it's not exactly the most powerful army in the world here anyway. So yeah, we'll go ahead and have a attack launch over here to drive the... It's just militia, so it will not be difficult here, but it does mean that I can move across then. So we are over here. I'm going to allow the Romanians... Actually, no, they do have relatively good cohesion, but I just want to take control of the rail line here. Building up our control over there, which is good. Most importantly as well, maintaining it. Let's go ahead and move another one over here. I believe... Right, so I'm moving the Remainers down here. I don't know if I want to go... Can I make it there? 20 days maximum. It's an active army. It doesn't hurt to allow the men a little bit more time to recuperate over here, in fairness. We're just about 74,000 men, but we will have the Romanians as well. But the Romanians will be moving over here, so that's okay. They can remain as they are then for now. Looking to pen in the Russian army over here. We are sending Konrad von Hotzenhammer. I love calling him that. Do you have heavy artillery and medium artillery here? I think it should be okay. We do have an army just behind, and worst case scenario, I can just go ahead and order it to move as well. 8 days, apparently we're going to get. They'll move. If I have them, well, I can't run them offensive, but if I put them like that, they'll be okay. Romania continues to pay for itself, yeah. Yeah, it's been really useful to have the Romanians on side. Yes, regarding Odessa, that'd be great. I mean, I think what I might go ahead and do then is, once we do have super heavy artillery freed up from over this way, but I think I will have that super heavy artillery moved over to Odessa. Once I can get control of the rail line, I'll go ahead and have that super heavy artillery moved to Odessa, and then we'll use that to just take out Odessa. Perhaps we go for London over here then, or I don't know. Frankly, there's not all that much the Russians can do, but Plumber is definitely trying. He has informed me that he has definitely not given up and will continue to fight until the last. So we're going to go ahead and take away the Mexican diplomat then before we have any unfortunate incidents there. But we're doing alright. So we have here 75 state funds, 1,090 war supplies. So we're good on that one. Just looking to spend that where we can. I don't know how to feel about this. It's going to be interesting. I think in the end of the day, we're just going to go with what we have, really. I can't really predict how Nomadic will respond, with no idea. We do have the Russians in a vice, so it'd be intriguing to see. I am building up my cohesion over here so we can march them back across. Could I have that built into a core, perhaps? Could be ideal. There's such a unbelievable malice there. I really can't have you in there. Wow. Very interesting unit. Okay. Yeah, we'll see there, Gallo. We'll see. I mean, we haven't really removed much in the way of men from there. We are raising additional men. We'll have another... Yeah, there's another, what, 5 divisions there that'll be ready. There could be additional divisions around here as well. So... Yeah, there's another division there. So that's 6 divisions. So there's at least 6 divisions that can be funneled into that slaughter next turn. Hey, didn't I see 2? Good to have you. Can't stay for long, but the suggestion for the Dutch Indian forces, instead of leaving them for going full Banzai. I said bonsai. You can try and spread them. Yeah, that's true. So the suggestion here is essentially... Oops. Let me move down here. It's kind of like in between. Yeah, the idea being... have them used against something like Yemen or spread out across over here. Yeah, it will be... It will be interesting. I mean, the good thing is I could have Ottoman troops actually placed over here at Aqaba, and then I could have them ferried across on the Dutch vessels over here to support them. Yeah. I mean, I love the fact of the Dutch Africa Corps. That's going to be absolutely hilarious. Alright, let's go ahead and double check over here. I think we're about ready to go. But if we see then the US is over here at 67, Italy's over here at 35, 65. So it's very likely that we are going to have to deal with the Italians in the near future. But I think we do have enough time. The Russians are 28. We'll check on losses and morale, etc. before we go forward. So the Russians are down to 46. We should take Erevan here today. Should. The Western Entente is down to 61% of our power here. We have been building up and they have obviously taken losses, as have we. If we can take Salonika, that's going to be quite good there. But we are launching an offensive over this way. And we'll obviously reorganize this. He's moved his cavalry over here, which is a wee bit of a pain in the ass. Let's see. I do have a cavalry here. Let's go ahead and have that move to Tarnopol. I could have this call go forward. I mean, it's a pretty good call. Frankly, I do need more Austrian troops, really. I would like that. I would have in the army of von Kluck moved over here. I'm going to go ahead and just try and deal with this force. I'm hoping that it does go across to Evangorod, and then at least I can actually deal with him. I need to deal with this army. I think their supplies are about to run out. They last longer than I would have expected, to be honest. I do have this force moving over here with heavy artillery. And, yeah. I need to go ahead and make use of my aircraft in the future. But they've just been getting shot down all that damn time. What I'm going to be looking towards doing then is we're moving Hindenburg up over here, as well as Falkenhayn. And what we're going to do is essentially push on Vilna over here and then push on towards Minsk. I do see forces over here on the flank, but I can move pretty quickly back down this way. And then we'll finally cross over here. We'll finally cross into Lithuania proper. And then into the Baltics proper. The good news is I could make a march on Minsk and Riga. There's a number of objectives around here, but making a march upon these ones is pretty good. It's not far to Riga, honestly. A couple divisions over there to the north. At least there's support around here. I don't think they'd be able to hold them back. But if it does push aggressively into East Prussia, I could use the Max Hoffman decision, and that's obviously going to cause them some problems there. Let me go ahead and have this munitions. Well, let's see. I think, honestly, in the west, we're okay for munitions. It's only out here in the east. And can you go inside, please? Right, no. There we are. Yeah, there we are. Over here, then, in terms of the Netherlands, I do have ammunition yet over here. Obviously, we have a lot of ammunition production around here, too, so we should be fine there on munitions. I think we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, this is it. That's been the biggest problem over here, is just having that army immobile for such a long time. They've been there, really, since the start of the war, but there's been many a times where he could have attacked there. American arrival in Europe on another subject, however... The idea of forces from the Dutch East Indies landed in South Africa. And that's also an interesting thing. Yeah. We can't get the US on our side, but we can try and keep them out. Yeah, I mean, this is it. If we did have... apparently these are, like, pretty important objectives. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting. But there is a force over here, also a naval element. I honestly do like the idea of hitting the Suez Canal, because if we could take the Suez Canal... I mean, like, Cairo and Alexandria are important objectives. But if I could actually, as said in the past, actually have this coordinated with the Ottomans as well, that could work out pretty well. And honestly, what I'm thinking about doing here, then, is we have this army. I can have this move down to Aqaba. It's going to take 19 days to get there. But if I could have an army at Aqaba, and then have transportation brought in the form of the Dutch ships, I could move a okay-sized force there. I don't know what the British have, but there's a major contingent of the British fleet over here, which we are going to be attacking here tonight, by the way. So that's going to be interesting. We'll just have to see how it goes. I had someone tell me they can rename them. How did it say to rename them? Somebody did tell me they can rename the fleets, but I need to rename stacks, but I just need to double check that. So we've got not evade combat. That would have been bad. Yeah, we've got naval interception, naval interception, naval interception. Not like they're going to be bombarding, but fleet bombardment there. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Caribbean a major objective is appealing. Yeah, it does end nostalgic. I mean, the thing is, it's like, if I can also control this rail line as well, from Port Said to El Arish, which is obviously over here, then in 1916 we can actually have a rail line, which would mean that we have Egypt connected to the Ottoman Empire via rail, which means I could really funnel reinforcements into here pretty nicely. And there's also a lot to be gained from here. I mean, like, we obviously have Cairo, which is a big city, size 14, the harbours, etc., size 11 over here at Alexandria. It could produce as really, well, it could produce resources. Oh, I also do want to point out here, if I go ahead and take a look at, we'll go ahead and resolve a turn in a moment. If I look at regions, honestly, the Dutch entering into the war is such a big deal for us. Like, look, we have Berlin, 135 state funds a turn. The Netherlands East Indies, so the Dutch East Indies there is 75 and 15 war supply. It's producing more than Berlin, which obviously, okay, Berlin is just a single city, but it's a pretty big city. You can see it's actually producing a lot. It's producing more than Constantinople, more than Hamburg, more than Vienna. It's a pretty big deal. Like, we gained a lot of state funds there. A lot of state funds from it. It's definitely made up from the... It's made up for the Italian concessions, I should say. Like, I'm trying to find the Dutch over here. To be fair, I have lost some of the major cities. But where's Amsterdam? Cannot sort... Right, sort by name. You know, I'm trying to find it here. I kind of wish there was like a search. Oh god, I'm making it worse. Oh, never mind, I'll find it later. Either way, it's a lot of state funds, and something like Cairo or Alexandria could also produce good results. So over here with the Turks, we are assaulting over here. It's an all-out assault. I do want Erevan. I think Erevan just has a tiny, yeah, just apparently 6 power now. We do have these forces over here. I'm waiting supplies before I begin an expedition towards Tbilisi. We are moving forces out this way as well to just open up the railroad over here to Batum. And once we get Batum, I can even clear the mines out then. And that's quite good. It gives us a nice port to use over here into the Caucasus as well. It does allow more supply to make it through. So I think we're doing pretty well. I think the Empire is holding up. And I think we will last. I have 75. Do I not have enough to recruit another division? I do have enough to recruit another division. Okay. I do need more Austrian troops. And we'll go with a Polish division. Right, there we are. That'll do. Right, we'll go forward and see how it goes here. Yeah! I like that nostalgia. That's so true, man. That's so true. I am thinking about future as well. Like, we will have another season of To End All Wars, definitely. I believe I'm going to have a Civil War 2 play by email with Jochen Heiken. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. I'm going to have to, yeah, just, you know what I mean, JH. I'm thinking about a revolution under siege. Wars of Napoleon I need to look into. Like, the Grand campaign is very long. Right, so we do see French over there, okay. And then maybe a Pride of Nations, but Pride of Nations is, again, like, the longest thing in the world. Okay, is he evacuating over here? Maybe I should have crossed the river. Or is he reinforcing? Okay, the Tsar doesn't move out. Right, so we are engaging here. Yeah, it looks like it's on our terms. And I think we had gas as well. Yep, so Conrad von Hotzendorf secures another victory here against Patron. 1 to 2 casualties. Casualties not exactly amazing, but our force was a little bit fatigued. But we also did have reinforcements there. What are the chances Russia falls? I'm not too sure, Vandal. It'd be an interesting one. I've never seen a mutiny check, so we'll see how that goes. So we do push the Russians back over here, so that is good. Our cavalry is finally destroyed. Yeah, who would win 3,200 Serbian defenders or 360,000 Bulgarians? Yeah, well, you can imagine. At this point, they should have just surrendered, really. I see, this is the thing. The Bulgarian heavy, medium, heavy artillery, it obeys no laws, no physics. It doesn't obey any sense of language. It's even floating up into its own world now. It's trying to become a general. I tell you, that bloody artillery is crazy. I think we even had the Ottoman heavy guns in there. There we go. So it's just artillery holding Albion there. So yes, we do finally secure Yerevan. Yerevan has fallen now after a surprisingly long amount of time, but we have secured Yerevan, which does mean, yeah, for 0 losses here too. So that does mean that we have a second army. This army could then march potentially towards Batum. I believe we do have additional heavy artillery moving out this way, or I could give some of this heavy artillery to the other army. And then that means we can besiege Tbilisi and Batum. But we have secured Yerevan. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, okay. So we actually engage the British submarines over here with the Dutch. Okay. I do wonder if the British fleet will be there, but we'll see. We do have a high seas fleet leaving. Right, additional French forces over here. Seeing the rations over here, but we should arrive there. Though I think he's evacuating. It makes sense. I did advise him to evacuate, honestly. The Bulgarians up here, lacking sound and eyes, yeah. Yeah, no, right. But there we go. He's moving to Minsk. He's withdrawing there. Right. Has our fleet arrived? Are we firing on? Not sure. Ah. Wow. So either the forces that were already at Lublin attacked, but either way, I think he's out of supply, or is more or less out of supply. There we go. You can see here, percentage of units which were supplied during the battle, 25%. I mean, these men are pretty doomed. I think we just need to finish them off now with Von Kluck. Yeah, the Tsar's retreated over here to Minsk. Oh, we do have a follow-up battle over here. Is this the army max? It is. It does look like we're doing pretty good damage there. It's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, that's a very solid German victory. That's a very, very solid German victory. Look at all that heavy artillery, baby. It was worth it. All this time. All this time. Look at that, they lose 101 guns too. Yeah. Very nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and assume that Max's army was in here. It's day 4. How long was it going to take for... No, actually, I don't know if Max has actually arrived. No, but the heavy artillery is here, so of course he's arrived. What am I on about? Yes, the War in the East 2-1, I'm definitely on that. Yeah, how you doing there, Flame? I just need to get the air turn done. That's what I'm going to be doing a little bit later on today as well. But I was thinking later on today that I was going to do a stream of SGS Stalingrad, Battle of Stalingrad. That could be quite good there. This is looking good then. So that's very good. That's really encouraging. So I mean, this is it. Oh, interestingly enough, apparently the French didn't have a trench bonus. I wonder if that's due to the heavy artillery there. And it does appear that each one of these inflicted hits. Oh no, not too sure. Well, some of them inflicted hits. Inflicted hits for 0 on this one. But again, that's a lot of artillery there. Yeah, okay. You doubted me, Gallo? Man. Gotta have faith, man. Gotta have faith. Right. But I do think we're looking good here. Right, YouTube just played an ad about some kind of bloody dinosaur game. Let me go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, so we do push the French back here. That's another 48,000 losses for the French there. I mean, this is not good for them. If they don't have the trench benefits, they still have the wooded hills, which is helping, but not enough. Yeah, it looks like we have driven back the French. There's just the French down at Mulhouse. But if they do attack, then we will drive them back. It looks like they have retreated, okay. So we have seen off the French here today. I do wonder what nomadic... yes, we wipe out the British submarines over here as well, then. That's good. So we do have the... I'm going to assume the combined German-Dutch fleets. Turtle by nature. I see. That river will hurt. Okay, so we do have the French... We do have the German and Dutch fleets off the coast over here. I don't think I ordered an attack today. Or maybe I did. Oh yes, I guess I did. Okay. Right, so I guess I did. So we do have the armies... Oh yes, this is the reinforcement armies over here then. So we do have the reinforcement army of Max von Hausen. Now, he's not the best commander in the world, but he has arrived here to actually inflict a blow against the British. They lose 101 of those trucks. They lose 20 armoured cars, it seems. Our losses are particularly light over here then. Yeah, trench effectiveness. They have the trenches, but again, we do have super heavy artillery involved in here too. These railroad guns are going to do a lot of damage. These are the guard divisions as well. Or at least the guard divisions around here. Which ones are the guard divisions? I think these are the guard divisions. Yeah, these are the guard. These are the guard and guard here, I believe. Yeah. So these are our elite troops as well. So we have elite troops and super heavy artillery. Yeah. It's a shame, but I guess it does make sense that the fleet pulled back. Okay. I did forget... Oh no, I don't think I did forget to withdraw them. Oh no, I sent them to blow the rails, didn't I think? I can't recall, actually. Okay, so the French are moving into here. But that's okay, we can deal with that. Right. So we do see a army over here at Tbilisi. But I can manage that. If I need to move 2 armies, I can move 2 armies there. I want to land at Salonika. A second engagement. Ooh, that's pretty rough there for the British. Very light losses on our side. 16,000 losses here for the British. Yeah. I was indeed trying to blow rails. Okay. Here I am just gaslighting myself then. But that's good then. So he's moving deeper there, but... I don't know. I think... It's really hard to say what's going to happen. I think the British expedition is kind of doomed. French moving over this way too. Right, so we are seeing Brusilov over here, but frankly, I can't deal with that. Oh, we do have a third battle. It's a very short battle, though, just a skirmish, it seems. Yeah. The British are losing a lot of assets here. We do have them outgunned and outnumbered now. I think we'll push the British back into the sea there, really. Yeah, Brusilov's over here. He may be pushing on my depot, which would be bad. Ooh, we do have another battle over here. Okay, good. Now, the good news about this is, like, each battle we do have here does use supply, inflicts losses on the enemy. Ourselves, too. Yeah, look at these guys. Oh, we do have the Austrians performing very well over here. The commanding officer led the unit well during this round. The commanding officer led the unit brilliantly during this round. So the Austrians have shown themselves to be good fighters. Yeah, both of the Austrian corps over here well led. We do have a Dutch in here as well. So we have Austrian, German, and Dutch fighting against the British invaders. The army of Lord Herbert Kitchener is on the back foot here. Yeah. Oh, we do have another battle. Another 7,000 over here. Perhaps I should have ordered an assault, but honestly this is working out just fine. The British are taking tremendous casualties. I think we may gain some national morale from that. Oh, do we see another battle here? That'd be interesting. I do have an army with comrades. Oh, another battle. I wonder why so many battles, but again, I guess this is it. When they think they can carry on, they'll carry on. Ooh. Oh. Ow. I may lose this again. I think I'm going to lose again. God damn it. I've never had such defeats over here. God damn it. See, I've got to stop sending this army unactivated because I'm just keep getting its ass kicked. I didn't tell them to go on offensive. Or maybe I did. No, I did, didn't I? Or did I? Did I? I don't know if I did. But we've learned a lesson there. But we have lost so many casualties over here. I'm so happy for Plumber, but I'm a little annoyed too, because I don't want to keep losing casualties. But the Austrians have not been performing too well there. The fucking Serbs are doing well there. Damn it, he's going to gain some national morale perhaps from that. Ah well. It's annoying, but the end is coming. But I've got to stop sending that army in unactivated, because it's just not doing me any good. Alright, we're up to 96 morale. Oh, you activated now? No, you're not. God damn it. This army's performed atrociously. But we did inflict 20,000 casualties on the Serbs. At the end of the day, these losses are not great, but we can deal with it. I've got the Bulgarians marching up this way anyway. We've got the rail line more or less under control. We are seeing Entente forces over here. Not a huge amount of Entente forces, but we can deal with that. Yeah. It's not easy for the Serbians really. I didn't expect that army to get its ass handed to it so easily, but he's a very good commander out here. Like, he's very, very good. Or at least he's one of the best commanders we've come up against. It looks like we did take this over here. Didn't have a battle over here, but he's actually put the core inside, so that's pretty wild. Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? Right, well, the good news is I can march the Bulgarians north. I don't think you can really do that much against the Bulgarians. We do have the depot over here, so the depot will be active next turn. And then we can just go ahead and have supplies moved in there. Divisions over here will be available in 2 turns. Right, so I'm trying to secure, yeah, 24% should do it. I should have enough now to move through the rail. I wonder if defeating Russia has an impact, sorry. I don't know what it is. Like, see, if I press this bloody button now, like, see, let me press the hearts. How stupid is that? But this button, where I can press these bloody stupid emoticons, is like just over where some of the comments are. I'm gonna have to do that more often, actually. That's pretty amusing. I didn't realize I ever did that. That's pretty cute. And there we go. 100 morale. That's brilliant. I'm gonna have to use that sometimes. Alright, let's see. So we do have forces over here. We did finally secure Erevan, which is great. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, size 6 city with a depot there. It's a Central Powers objective town, which is good. It's finally ours now. Oh, he has actually pulled back over here. We're still not seeing a huge amount of force. Yeah, but we do have plenty enough force over here now. I think I can have you in here. No. I think you can have 1 infantry division and 2 mountain brigades. A little over there, but it's okay. But I do have supply now, which is good. Actually, this one has... yeah, but they're both actually about the same on cohesion there. So what we'll go ahead and do... He's actually activated here, which is pretty good there. Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. 8 days. Can I make it here? Oh, 12 days would actually be really good. What I can go ahead and do then is have this corps march behind and they could repair the rail line the day after. Oh, I thought we had a crash there, but it was just amusing. Let me save. It doesn't make me worry sometimes. Right, so we do have 53% control over here. I'm doing pretty well on that. These guys need to go ahead and regain supply. Alright. Trying to build up to the point where I have full control over the rail line, really. I do have this core over here. So I could have this core placed if I wanted to. And I think I will. The reason being is I want to take control of this area. This army... Well, to be fair, let me go ahead and just take that. This core remains there, so have that core there. This army can also move up to this position here. Kamani. I do have additional cores and additional forces moving in here. There is the other artillery here too. So that's good. This is hills. This is hills or mountain. Sometimes it selects the wrong thing. Wooded hills, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look over here then. So chlorine gas has been used. Don't see where it was used. I don't think it was used. It might have been used against us, I'm not sure. We've increased support there in the United States. So we're up to 68. The Italians haven't moved, but that's good. So we're up to 68 now. That's good. Need to keep them out of the war. 64, so we're actually losing support in Greece, which is a bit of annoyance. Eventually, I mean, I was hoping I would get something there, but it is what it is. Austria's called up new generals. Germany has called up new generals. Okay, so we had gas used over here. Letashev. Oh, it was our gas, though, of course. So I do see. Okay. I may have that army moved up over this way then, perhaps. They would be there 3 days. Right, the Russians are somewhat hemmed in now. Yeah, I knew he'd go here, but he's got the cavalry, but I do have this rail connection here anyway, and I've got this rail connection, so it's not that important now. I don't know. Diplomats are kind of weird. It could very well be the case. It's just, it's a little, I don't know. They just don't seem to really behave in one set way. It's a shame that we didn't get to engage against the British fleet. But there you go. So you can see several vessels were damaged by naval mines. So I think at the end of the day, I think the British fleet has been really quite heavily crippled. We did take out the British submarines as well. So yeah, there may not have been a naval engagement, but we're in a very good protected position here. I can just go ahead and bombard the British. They're in Rotterdam right now where the rails have been broken, so we'll push Kitchener out. And I think at the end of the day, the Brits are kind of doomed. Plenty of reinforcements have arrived over here. Like you can see, we have a German-Dutch force. I mean, this is like 80,000 men. We have the Dutch over here. We've got Austrians over here as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's true there, Gallo. I think they would have been potentially decimated. Right, raising a militia over here, so another turn they'll be ready, and then at least we do have a force in there. Whoops. And then what we'll do is return to Finland when the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, looks like they've taken on supplies there, that's good. Speaking of Finland, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is march on Finland. But what I'm going to go ahead and do then is give them additional supply. I could technically give him even more supply. It is a bit of a risk, but I think we'll try that. This one's actually low on supply. A bit of a shame. Yeah, well, I mean, this is it. The ships that are damaged now may not come back. Oh, we're unsupplied over here, but we're moving back to friendly lines now. Besieging the enemy over here. I can potentially assault them, but I want that breach before I do. Right. Yeah, I think we can put an end. Especially now that Cluck is actually active, I think we can put an end to it. We'll put an end to this if we can. And then that would actually wipe out this army. And I can't imagine there's much left. That cohesion looks like it's shot. I could actually order an assault over here, well, an attack over here as well. And then once this is dealt with over here, I can have the forces move up forward. We've seen that the Tsar has redeployed over here, but yeah, we have the position now. Oh, it's actually under our control. Is it under our control? It's actually under our control. Huh, okay. We'll check on morale shortly enough. It is under our control. Why does it show me having a garrison there? Oh, it's because I've got the Hindenburg army there. Wow. Well, that's actually pretty amazing, because that means that they've actually regained cohesion there. That's good, so they're actually in perfect shape to continue. Amazing. Yeah, we'll have the army cross over here. I don't even really need to do that. I could have him railed over here. I'll just even have him cross. It doesn't really particularly matter. But I think... Or even then, I could actually have that army just march up this way towards Riga. Probably better just to go this way directly towards Riga. But it depends, I could go this way. There's just any number of different ways. There's a core over here, but I could just... I don't know. There's any number of different ways I can go about things now. The Russians are definitely on the back foot here. But he is starting to recover a little bit. I mean, obviously he's got the forces over here. We do drive his force back, but he's still got a decent bit of power over here. But I can move additional men here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those numbers then, shall we? I'm hoping that the Russians haven't gained morale, but we'll see. 46. Damn it, he remains. Did he gain national morale at the Battle of Belgrade? Or just outside Belgrade? Not too sure. I had thought that we would have taken morale from him. He can't gain that much morale. Or maybe we just didn't inflict... I don't know. Shame. Shame! That's a shame. I was hoping to push him down, but I think we're getting there. He's up to 30% rebel alignment. There's really nothing that can be done for the Russians at this point. He's not out of the war yet, but he's not exactly far off. Let's see. So it's a 1400 war supply. We capture 17 on the battlefield. Okay. No, I agree. We are in a very good position, because especially in the centre, there's not really anything much. I mean, there were those divisions marching this way. The rail lines are broken. He's got his forces really here now. The south, again, is really where the Russians have at least the most semblance of power. Okay. We destroyed most of the stockpile in Erevan, burning 657 supply carts. Did we actually take some of those supply carts? I'm going to guess that we did, and then we blew them up. So they are fully supplied, but they're actually out of ammunition. That could have been a reason why. So I do need ammunition. Oh, there we go, yes. So the capture of Erevan in Armenia has been welcomed by our citizens. So we are succeeding against the enemy. We have earned 0 engagement points. Yeah, because it's an objective. At the early start of the war, I think you do gain engagement points. But right now we don't. Yeah, so we gain Erevan. So apparently Erevan's a big deal. Does it reflect in any way? I tell you, the Austrians are a bit of a pain in the ass with how much rebel alignment they gain. But we'll manage. I'm hoping that I may have enough national morale to really just keep the Austrians in the war. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, there you go. So the Dutch Marine has bombarded the British Army, landed 9 hits, suffering 22 in return. So obviously we'll take some hits in return, but we are bombarding them. We actually gained national morale at the Battle of Colmar. Well, we're in a... Yeah, changes from objectives under our control. Changes from regional decisions. What's a regional decision, I wonder? Oh, the gas, okay. So we would have been up to 97, but that's okay. Right. So the German fleet bombarded the British Army, landed 14 hits, suffering 30 from return fire. It's not a great deal of hits, but it's, again, relatively free hits. Okay. Yeah, the militia was pursued and destroyed. That's alright. Yeah, but the good thing is we did gain control of the depot over here. So there's nothing there right now, but we have a depot ready to go. Brusilov could potentially push on the Austrians, but the problem for the Russians is that their morale is going to be intrinsically... Well, their cohesion is going to be intrinsically lower. He does have this army over here, but I could employ gas against him as well, but he could employ gas against us. It depends really where the battle takes place. Like, right now, I could actually pull back to his position over here, which is probably most likely... Yeah, let's say we pull back to this position here. Yeah, so let's say we pull back to that position there. I'm then in a position... I feel like he probably would push on that. He'd want to cut off the depot and cut off like a path there. Which is why he's got the cavalry over here. He's really been unrelenting in his cavalry use, I can tell you that. It is a bit of a pain in the ass. Honestly, it depends there, Gallo. I think we're going to be dealing... At the start of 1916, I think we deal with the death of Ferdinand. So we'll lose a lot of alignment there. We'll see. I am kind of praying that we get something that boosts alignment, frankly. Do I have enough strength to push the Romanians? Maybe. Yeah, the army to the north of Hotzendorf was already gassed. Which, I mean, we gassed them last turn and attacked them and defeated them last turn. But I'm thinking it could potentially be delayed here. But if I was... Oh, I can only play it on him, so I'd have to attack him directly, but I'm not going to do that. He could play it there, but actually, judging by things... If I take a look then... Ah, okay. Oh, you can play on empty regions, but I can't play it on that region. So he could, in fairness... You must not own the region. Oh, okay, so you can't play it on a region you will own. Okay. So he could actually play it on that region there if he wanted to. In which case, he could potentially win a victory, but I think we'd have enough numbers to potentially win. And especially as reinforcements are on their way too. There's obviously some divisions in the nearby area. I do need to deal with these forces here, really. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to do. If I get... if I move this force over here, I think then he's completely surrounded and then I could just wait. Maybe he attacks and he's defeated, but I think we can just leave this army to starve to death perhaps, or he could even attack it with a proper army. I could bring another army over here in the future and have them attack and then just have it dealt with. So that's taken up quite a few forces that would be better spent elsewhere. But I'm not so cocky to believe that I could do it with just them. They're probably very diminished, but I'm not in a rush. Yeah. The French have been dealt a blow there. Ah yes, I do lose national morale there, that's a shame. He'll be happy about that. Oh. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You may advance artillery research. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah, so... this army over here has been a pain in the backside. Honestly, the performance has been just pretty abysmal. I think the casualties are larger in number due to the fact that we have a lot of militia there. But even so, it's okay. We're moving over here onto this position, so I'll take that. And then we've got it. He's besieging me over here to Sarajevo, but he may run out of supplies. He does have some Montenegrin supply there, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. I will take this position over here from him. So that is another city and a depot under our control. Yeah, so that's Montenegro more or less conquered there. Okay. Now the good thing is, once we're ready, I can go ahead and have the Austrians rail down here to deal with the French. We'll see how that goes. He does have apparently naval forces over here, but I could maybe... Hello. Entente mines. You son of a bitch. But I could do it just landing some men over here on this island and take this island. I don't know, maybe that gets rid of the mines. But that son of a bitch has got mines in my waters. In our waters. We are at least building up supplies over here. But I do need to have a lot more supply wagons. I'm going to have to produce more Ottoman supply wagons, and then I can move down here slowly but surely. Really want those rail lines. If I could get the rail lines, that would definitely help out. Yes, we did have our reinforcements here, so we do have 3 Arabic divisions and a Ottoman division. Yeah, I was hoping that would have been able to drive down his morale more. Yeah, the Austro-Hungarian fleet isn't going to happen, going home. But they've done fine work. They need to get back. "14 days. I'd like to have a counterattack over this way. But I really need to have supply. So let's see the states of the West. Okay, so there's a French army here, but it's not that strong. Yeah. It looks like they may have been replenished there, perhaps. The only way to pay the Entente... Well, Entente, sorry. Well, I mean, this is it. I know it sounds quite ridiculous, but... we could always land an invasion. Like something like Hartlepool or Scarborough. It could be possible, though the British Navy is pretty massive. It's like, well, maybe. How badly decimated did the Western Front get? We had something like 200,000 losses, but we do have more men than we used to do in the past. So I do have Max over here, and like Max's army didn't take much in the way of casualties. Some casualties, but not that many. So I can go ahead and do Venezuela down here to the south. And just rail on the French. I could even be in a position to then cross into Belfort if I wanted to. I mean, with such a heavy amount of artillery, we could potentially do it. I'm trying to land in London once. Oh, yeah. Failed, yeah, I can imagine. We do have these divisions I talked about over here, so they can be moved into this area. Yeah, no French crossing over here. I think if I was to attempt any sort of... Okay, we might as well just hold at this point then, I guess. If we were to attempt any sort of land in Britain, I think what we need to do is build up the amount of supplies and munitions we have. But it's like, if we have the Russians on such a back foot, it's not impossible. Well, I have another commander over here, he's a level 3. Oh, Leopold von Bayern. Oh, he's not bad. Multinational commander as well, so he could actually lead the Austrians on the Western Front. We have another von Below. Look out von below. Hohenborn. That sounds like an anime protagonist. He's a good guy. Yeah, we are training more divisions over here as well. 28 days. Yeah. Like I said, this is what I'm thinking about. We'd have to take a lot of supply because like I couldn't guarantee it. Oh, there's another Jaeger division here. Yeah. The problem is getting to London. I did invade and take London in a AI game once, so it'd be pretty fun to do it in a live game. Alright. I think what we're going to do then is... I could really do having an army commander over here. If I could make him an army commander, that'd be amazing, but I just can't. And it's such an annoyance. I really wish I could. Maybe I could arguably take GHQ north, but it's okay. So the British are taking space over here. He may look to withdraw, but frankly he doesn't have that many men. His cohesion's short. None of these guys are active right now. He is active. He could apparently be promoted here. I think everybody can be promoted at this point now. Can I perform... He could lead an active attack. Oh, you're active, so you could lead an attack. We captured some British supply wagons. Right, Austrians could potentially... What I'll do then is have the attack ordered. Yeah, the High Seas Fleet will prevent any withdrawal. Now, we are lacking ammunition here, but it's like, in fairness, I could potentially order an all-out attack, but that would be a little bit crazy. So we're just going to go for our sensible, which is attack and drive them out. Yeah. We're up to level 3 entrenchment here. These guys are level 5. Kitchener over here is just going to get just destroyed. Right. Let's blow the rails. There's actually fortifications over here which do help. How you doing that, Abra? Good to have you, my man. Yeah, I catch him in Yorktown. Yeah, von Leto, Scandinavia and London. Uber Ost. Love it. Right. So what we'll do then is we'll continue the counterattack against the French over here, drive them out. If I'm in a good position, I could maybe push that. So the Dutch-German fleets are on standby here to bombard. We're lacking ammunition, but I could always pull into Amsterdam and resupply. But yeah, what we'll go ahead and do here is drive the British into the sea. We are playing to end all wars. Okay. But Libo's Africa-Scandinavian Corps could become the Africa-Scandinavian Britannia. Yeah, it could very be. It could be in the cards here. Right, we do have cavalry just really circling from all directions here. So we're going to order the Bulgarians forward. I think at this point in time, you just move as a mass. Supply is obviously a bit of an issue, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, there we are. Pussy was saying, yeah. Right, so we are moving the Bulgarian horde to the north there. It looks like he's withdrawn over here. Okay. We're besieging them over here. I can work with that. Yeah, exactly. How you doing there, See a Strategy Gamer? How you doing, my man? Do go ahead and check out See a Strategy Gamer on YouTube, by the way. He does a lot of awesome stuff. Things are going well, actually. The war is... I'm not going to say over, but I'd like to rhyme it with Red Rover. We had a rather large French counterattack, well, offensive in the west, which we've managed to put down, and put it down pretty well. We did have the Entente declare war upon the Dutch. We've been able to repulse that so far. The British Navy, or at least the British Navy that was escorting it, have been really rather heavily damaged by naval gunfire and mines, especially mines. The High Seas Fleet of the German Navy has appeared off the coast, and now we're bombarded and trying to drive the British back into the sea. And I think driving them into the sea is going to cause a huge amount of casualties, and that's going to be good for us. So I do have these commanders that I would very much like to have head out this way. I need an army command, really, don't I? So let's, I don't know, have you moved over here, but I will have a couple of those commanders moved over that way. Something like so. We do have the Russians very much on the back foot. The Russians are approaching collapse, basically. We just took Vilnius over here. How do I have information on this army? Not sure. Not sure why I have information here, actually. Looks to be reconnaissance, maybe from the air. Yeah, air recon, air recon. Air recon, that air recon is actually pretty damn far range. Right, so we do have Falcon 9 over here. We do have Eugene von Osterreich. Eugene's army, in fairness, I could have Eugene transferred to the south, perhaps. There's something to be said about having Eugene von Osterreich used against Serbia, perhaps, or even have them utilized against the French at Salonika. I could go for that. We do have victory here in the Caucasus, pretty much. We march on Tbilisi next turn. Ideally, we have an opportunity there to take Tbilisi. We've got 2 supply carts in there, and I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it should at least help them. We'll have this rail repaired next turn, then. Yeah, that's true. I actually do have a pretty significant amount of power here. Right. Problem is they're lacking ammunition. So, I'm not going to go passive, but I will go just onto defensive there. See, I don't actually have a depot here, but I do have a depot here. There's a depot here, there's a depot here. I don't know if that make a big difference, but it should help a lot. There's obviously the rail line as well. I do have artillery moving up here. We also do have additional men. Could you be moved? It'd be really nice to have the Ottoman GHQ moved around. Apparently I am denied that. I'd like to also get the minesweepers out here in the future. Right. How goes... Alright, the Dutch okay out here. They're okay. This commander's now active, which is good. Oh, secondary 4 garrison. Interesting. But I can command you, so I will command you. Interesting. Oh, and I do have that supply there. So that would be 23 weight. They can carry 4 to 1, so that's good. We actually do have a decent bit of supply there. It would deny. To be fair, I probably want to go ahead and leave those men there. I may want to go ahead and leave some supply. I'm going to leave some supply. Because if I don't, then they could potentially just surrender rather quickly. Alright. Now, where's the Dutch Naval Invasion Force? We didn't have them set off in the end. We decided to wait until we have a point where we could have them coordinate with the Ottomans, which is why I'm moving a force over here to Aqaba, so I could actually have them reinforced in following turns. Right, so we are seeing quite a few forces over there. 2 fleets, 3 fleets. Okay. Right, the Austrian fleet's still here. They're going to be out for a while, but I still at least have destroyers and some cruisers. Not many, but at least some. The Ottomans are a little similar. Yeah. So I think at this point in time, let's go ahead and take a look at casualties then. So we're up to 1.5 million casualties here, so 1,570,000, sorry, 572,028. The Eastern Entente is up to 1,726,438. The Western Entente is now up to 698,000 casualties. So that's quite hefty. The Entente morale obviously on the way down there. We didn't manage to diminish it much this turn, but it's definitely on its way out. We do have Erevan under our control. Salonika would be great to have as well. Yeah, taking Cairo would be good too. I'm hoping after we've pushed the British into the sea that I can have... I wonder how long it would take for the super heavy artillery to move. I'm going to take control of this rail line, but it's not that far. I could use... No, I can't use gas there. Right, but as I said earlier on... let me see. There we are. Yeah, so we could move 40. What we're going to go ahead and do here is move our artillery. Now, we're at 70% now. Even if they boost their infantry, it will hurt us. But I think I could boost my infantry maybe the turn after or something. I'm still waiting for that boost, but I guess we're getting to that point where it may not be as in, I don't know. I don't know how much that research boost could be, but I think we're the closest to unlocking level 3. So if I could get to level 3 artillery before they did, we'd gain the massive bombardment, so we'd have improved howitzers, existing units are upgraded, but the elements are not, yeah. So railroad guns are unlocked and available for manufacture. And then eventually, level 4, we do have the improved field guns, medium guns, and howitzers. But if we could actually have the level 3 howitzers, you know, honestly, honestly, with how things have gone over here, I may want to consider counterattacking against the French. I think we're in a pretty good position. I could potentially occupy Luxembourg, but I think if I do that, it does probably push the Americans closer to the Entente, so I'd rather not do that. Instead, what I could go ahead and do is actually move upon Belfort, perhaps. Or I could just move up the centre, but if I moved upon Belfort, I could use that rail line, and then once I had the rail line, I could then begin moving this way. But there's a number of different things we could do, really. A number of different things. Let's see, then. I just need an army command out here. Oh, the Russians have completely fallen back here. That's interesting. And to be honest, the little gun stick, I love that name by the way. It is a good point. But I think while the French are weak, it could be the best chance we get. Like we attack over here next turn. We've got things definitely on our side, I think. But I think if anything, it would be a very good opportunity to... I mean, these are actual objectives over here. And if I took Belfort, then that places Epinal. Potentially nostalgia, potentially, but I think it's one of those. We'll see how the situation goes. I mean, it depends really on what happens. He could choose to reinforce Belfort over here, and he could continue to reinforce it. But honestly, it depends. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I do consider potentially attacking over here. I do feel an attack could be potentially countenanced, but maybe that is getting ahead of ourselves. Perhaps what I do is actually have that army moved elsewhere. We'll see. I think having the super heavy artillery over here does help. Yeah, you can see that we have the second guard. Yeah, I've got the first guard division and the second reserve guard division there. Right, I'm not being funny, but they kind of do deserve to be together. Just, if anything, for morale reasons. So we have here the guards. So what I'll do then is split them. So we've got the first and second guards division over here. And this guy is a great guy. Like, he's a genuinely good commander. He's a 4-5-2. 5 is very nice. He's a good army administrator and a mass artillerist. Now, I don't know if he's the best guy. These Austrians are not bad. There we are. Okay, we'll see. You guys make fair points. Maybe I'm too bloodthirsty. Right, he may command the other unit of guard. You commanded guard long enough. Oops. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, we have a guards here then, so we have a super heavy artillery. Interestingly, I do wonder what guard itself does then. We do need reinforcements. It doesn't actually tell you what guard does. Maybe it does something. But anyway, these are our elite infantry. So these are very good infantry. I really should have had these under the command of Hindenburg. Oh, look at that cohesion. 95 there. Significantly higher than other forces. Actually, yeah, other forces... I don't know, it does depend. Oh, to be fair, these are reserve guard. Yeah, so we do have a guard over here. Why are they glowing, I wonder? Because they can be promoted? Maybe. He's a pretty damn good commander. It would cost me a few points. Maybe worth it. But I would love to get a decisive victory. Alright, okay. We'll counterattack in the future. I just wish, if I had an army commander, it'd be so different right now. Why did I have all those Jaegers? Seriously, where the hell did I put those Jaegers? I had like a Dutch German force around here. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Alright. Yeah. Right. Oh, they have been moving that spy, so they know about it. Now, I tell you what we're going to go ahead and do, because I do feel relatively confident here. I'm going to have the forces moved over here to niche, perhaps. Yeah, self-supporting POW camp. Oh, gosh. I'd go that way, but I don't have that direct rail connection. But moving through the hills would be nice, because I could at least gain direct victories. But, yeah. Let me go ahead and take Max and have him move to the GHQ. Perhaps then I could have another army there. I'd love to get an army, but we'll just have to manage, I guess. Yeah, a constance on the English Channel would be nice, I agree. So what I'm doing here is preparing a German expeditionary force. I want to go ahead and, if we're going to have to deal with the forces down here, I mean, there's obviously clear terrain here, so in fairness it doesn't make that much of a difference, but if I have to deal with the enemy around this area, I'd rather be in a good position to do it, or even if I have to do it this way, then so be it. But I feel just having the Jaegers deployed out that way could be quite good. I also did consider just having them move to invade Sevastopol, but I think what we'll do then is we'll deal with the Entente at Salonika, and then once we've ejected them out that way, I could go ahead and have them use like a Sevastopol sort of operation. Anything to bring down the Tsar as quickly as possible. Yeah, we did move them. I decided in the last turn to have them move from the coast, and they are making their way into the Caucasus. The reason being I just want to really just keep building upon victory. Because we do have objectives out here, and if I could potentially even consider... I think probably what we'll do, I think what the plan's going to be really here is, once we take Tbilisi and Batum, I'm going to go ahead and we'll figure out like a garrison out this way. There's still going to be a Russian army to come in out this way soon enough. But I think what I'll probably do is figure out what we need to hold on to the area, and then I'll have Ottoman forces made available for landing in Sevastopol, and maybe have the Austrian, German, and Ottomans there. How you doing there, David? Good to have you. On the Finnish front, we were going to have 160,000, well, not actually 160,000, about 100,000 men land, but also we did send them to the Netherlands to kick British ass. But what I'm doing here is I'm sending this force out to just move towards Finland. If I can beat them there, that'd be great, because that is also an objective. So, we'll see. And he's probably one of the best commanders to do it. He is able to get out pretty nicely. I don't know if I should give him another beer supply. 18 days. Yeesh. Or I could have him march on to Helsinki. I don't know. I think try and draw him up over here to this position. Yeah, that's true there, Daniel. That'd be really good, actually. Right. So I've got this, oh, I see. I've got this army here. "19 days. Right. Or do I keep it in the north? Honestly, it would be pretty good to have that source of supply. Sorry, of heavy artillery, I should say. Yeah, the Germans are not that well equipped with artillery. Okay. Oh, I do have the Austrian forces out here. Sorry, Austrian commanders. Hmm. Yes, it's gonna end here. Just hold on, guys. Just get a phone call. Let's be a moment. Yep, turns out it was a spam call. Shock. Ah, those are annoying. Those are annoying. Right. Yeah, I think frankly we have almost complete initiative on the Eastern Front. I don't think there's all that much you can do. Alright, supply over here. I'll move that out to the front soon. Right, I always have some additional Austrian forces ready. Oh yes, we have our Austrian generals over here. I completely forgot. Ooh, Defiant. There's a Hussar cavalryman. Interesting. Oh, let's see. Okay, so they gain an advantage then in clear woods, hills, step up, desert terrain then, okay. Not terrible. Actually 322 is not bad at all. Wait, what? Oh, well, that's a little annoying. It was 4 days. Apparently, they were using trains. I don't know how that works. But that's okay. Yeah, so I think we're doing pretty good here. Honestly, the British invasion of the Netherlands has not gone particularly well, unfortunately. That's not entirely the fault of the Western Entente players, really. I think obviously the mines appearing really did cause a huge amount of problems. So we'll launch our attacks then against the British here. I think we've got more than enough. Right, these are Dutch troops now. Oh, hang on. I almost forgot about that unit there. Yeah, so I think honestly, 3-4 turns, probably about 4 turns, something like that. By the time we get the Jaegers assembled over here, then I think we're going to be looking pretty good. The Bulgarians are moving up there. I mean, even if the Austrians are not going, well, not having the best success right now. It's just they can't carry on. There's just way too many Bulgarians. And frankly, what I could do is there's just so many options we have now. I mean, just having Romania and Bulgaria is just such a blessing for us. Oh no, don't go to Nancy, Jesus. Oh, I did get a question about Enver Pasha. Oh, it's Assad Pasha. Oh, there's Enver Pasha. Yeah. If only it was free, that would be nice. Have the Ottomans really been in 14 turns? Feels like that's just flown by. But I guess they did join relatively early. Right, guys, what do we spend on? I'm kind of thinking at this moment in time, maybe just wait. Oh, actually, no, I would love to have more Austrian forces. But it's hard to say. I think there's a lot to be said about building up artillery. I think we do finally return to where we were before, so I'm not too sure. I don't know. More Austrian troops would be nice, but I am thinking just more artillery in general, really. Maybe max... I don't know. I think more artillery, really. We can build up the Dutch forces soon enough. There's not that many Austrians left to recruit, really. I think we'll go for a medium artillery now. Ah, yeah, okay. Alright, Brooke says just get some planes, okay. Alright, we'll invest. I can only afford 2 fighter squadrons here today, but we'll invest. Alright. You know what, Brooks? I'm not even disappointed because that means I'm going to have more supply to spend upon super heavy artillery. Those are going to be great. But technically we had 1400, we could have actually started production of a battle cruiser squadron. That would be fun. Planes are pretty expensive. How should we gain this turn? 862. We're actually doing pretty good there now. 309 war supply. Lovely. Yeah, 306 from production though, it seems. Right. He'll know it's coming though, that's the problem. But I still think it's worth doing. 24 days. $14 will do. I'll get to this position here, then try and get around him. Try and cut the rails if I can. If I could have cut the rails here, that'd be good too. But again, he could still withdraw that way. Four days. Wait, how long would it take? 18 days. Yeah, I mean, we're in late September though, so that's the only problem. Do I move across here? Is any gain? It'd be nice to take the rails out, but I don't know if there's a gain. He's a pretty good commander, and I need that artillery elsewhere, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, the Austrians are going to sit here. I could maybe split off a corps. They need to recover cohesion here. But we're going to have Hindenburg march this way. Yeah. Just take this cavalry to the north. Just have them moved in position and just blow the rails, really. Almost. Something like that. Blow the rails a little bit of distance away. Though saying that, they would just move there, blow the rails there. Yeah, possibly so. What I wanted to do here then is essentially have it so... let's see. Yeah, try and have it so... Oh, I wonder if I give the pontoons... It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's not going to much matter. Yeah. I'll maybe just have Falkenhayn move that way. But I think it's worth having an army there. Because I can have the... Yeah, that'd be alright. If I need to move, I can move. Yeah. Yeah, it's a size 10 city. There's a size 2 depot there in the munitions factory. I think taking Minsk is completely doable. It's woods, but it's not going to help. It's not going to make a difference. We need to do it before the weather changes, and frankly, the weather will be changing very soon. Yeah, pretty much that, no. Oh, I need this rail line. Yeah, seriously, soon enough we'll be able to send forces down here. I do have Germans on the way. Eugene can do his thing. It may be that we don't defeat Russia. I guess technically we won't defeat Russia this year. I think they're on their way out no matter what happens. So winter will come and the end will come to the campaign season. It's nearly at its end now. But we've done a hell of a job. Maybe I could probably continue a campaign over down here in the Egyptian area. So it wouldn't hurt at all to potentially just build up forces and get ready. But we'll see. Do have my cavalry moving down here, so they'll take that. Tell them then to enter the structure. These guys are trying to march up over here to Azerbaijan, or even just give me information on Azerbaijan. Okay. And the Italians may join the Entente, but honestly the war could be... It could be over by then. It really does depend. Yeah, I don't think the Americans will join in time to end this. I do have enough supply. Sorry, I do have enough state funds and engagement points to actually use a diplomat. Maybe I'll try and bring Belgium. May as well. The blockade has been enacted here. Yeah, seriously, once we've dealt with this, once we've dealt with that, then we're looking pretty good. I'll have control of the rail line here soon. Well, I do have it now, but you know what I mean. Of the region, I should say. Oh, yes, my cavalry. I was about to say what happened to them out here. That's under our control. This honestly looks like a pretty important region there. Ah! This is actually one of the key regions. Of course it took me that long. Actually going around that way is really good. But it will be very interesting because this is it. It's like 1915 has absolutely goddamn devastated them. I really want to see what happens with the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of artillery we can get there. I mean, if we can get to level 3 soon, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we have enough to get it to level 3 next turn, I doubt it. But I think very close. I think in the next couple turns we'll have level 3 artillery. It may come a little bit too late for us to really make use of it, but at the end of the day, yeah. We've got enough time over here to push the British out. No go Grad. No go Grad. No go Grad. I love it. Yeah. I love how powerful this unit is. I guess at this point it's probably not that likely that he declares war on Belgium, so maybe I can move up some additional forces here. And we are moving all the Jaegers away, but I think this is it. Like, I do have additional infantry coming online. In Amsterdam itself, we'll have these Dutch militia forces coming online next turn. I think I may have lost a battery, I swear to God. No, it's 12 cannons, so maybe not, but I don't know. It kind of feels like I was losing batteries. But it looks like they have recovered here. That's quite the range. These are quite the guns. Yeah. Just went on that. Munitions filled up. Really, I should probably have them sent to like Breslau where munitions are produced. Or Berlin. Yeah, a couple divisions being trained in Berlin there. And the channel link doesn't work. That's such a pain in the ass. I'll post that at the end there. But thanks for pointing that out, Ola. I'll go ahead and take a look at that. Right, I do have all these guys. I think they're actually tremendously heavy. You fucking 352, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can't transport that. I think I've got too many here. I've got the French ones over here, which is pretty funny. Vadu. Okay, yeah, that took a lot of rail. Okay, air recon here. Maybe they actually are having an impact. 7 days. Might as well get them there then. Maybe they can help out. Okay. So honestly, I think we're looking good. I was hoping that we could have inflicted more of a blow against the against the Russian morale this turn, but it's not to be. We'll have actual proper Romanian divisions next turn too, which would be very nice there. Yes, the British have started a blockade. It's at level 1, so we're actually potentially gaining right now. Yeah, so we'll have the 2nd Ultimate Army formed up. And then really, I mean, this is a size 5 with the harbour and depot. This would be great. We have the Baton Redoubt garrison there. I'd say first garrison. I'd assume this is probably going to be the tougher one in terms of like garrison, but we'll see. Honestly, things is going very well. Right, so we should apparently arrive there. 30 days and then there 28. So in about 2 turns we'll be around about here, but at least I can actually see in Azerbaijan. And with that, at least we kind of know what's going on over there. I'm going to assume that the Russians, I'm going to assume that Plymouth still has a force out here. Yeah. Home before the flowers bloom. Okay, ladies and gents, I think we're looking good. And depending on how the war develops in the future, we may land in northern England. And that would be very cool. Maybe, Brooks. The only problem is it's like we saw British battleships, but we didn't see dreadnoughts. Now, I don't know whether they're named differently, but I'm not quite willing to take that risk right now. I think right now we do have the German-Dutch fleets just off the coast here to provide battery fire. Maybe a march upon Rotterdam, that could be maybe a worthwhile idea. We can give it a go anyway, can't we? I think we've got the forces here, but we'll see how that goes. In which case, maybe I play gas. Or not play gas. Apparently I can't play gas. Oh yeah, I don't have the things anyway, never mind. Now I get what you mean there, Brooks. Had the High Seas Fleet been at full strength, we could have gone for it, but now I'm a little bit worried. An invasion of England will be bold. Well, the thing is, it's like, once we have the Russians defeated, then that means that the Eastern armies can come to the west. I could then potentially prepare for something of that nature. And I think, really, even the Italian entry into the war wouldn't make that much of a difference, because they could put the Austrians here. I mean, this is not even considering the Austrian armies, I'm just thinking just with the German armies there. Serbia's not far from done. Maybe Serbia might be a siege over winter. But honestly, once I get this into a position where I can control the rail lines, I'll just go ahead and move the super heavy guns down there. I'm hoping that we'll soon be able to build rail guns, but yeah, we'll see that. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed this, and it's good to be back. It is a shame that Alex hasn't been able to continue. That is not of his own volition, that is mostly just, well, that's pretty much how to work, really. He does burn the candle at both ends. He gets up very early in the morning, and yeah, comes back, obviously in the afternoon, but again, it's not great. And he informed us that, yeah, it's a bit troubling at work at the moment in terms of pressure, so he just respectfully asked if he could just pass it on. So yeah, I think Ars has done a good job. Now, he might have had unorthodox strategies, but at the end of the day, I think he had a good plan. We did discuss this, and I did say perhaps they should have invaded Belgium and then landed in Holland, but I think he was going for a bold strategy. And I think this is it, at the end of the day. It's easy to judge, but it's harder to be in the seat. And this was a friendly game. Obviously, I played the Central Powers some years ago, but it's a different thing we're playing live. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Alex for all the hard work he did. I will link Alex's channel. I'll also go ahead and link Nomadic Jam as well. We haven't won yet. We haven't won yet, don't we? We haven't won yet. We're close. We are close. But the war will continue to 1916. But I mean, if we take a look, we're at 96 morale. The Western Entente morale hasn't dropped that much. They've not lost that much manpower. I've lost 1.5, but that does include every other nation of the Central Powers. You know what, Hugh? I'm looking forward to finding out, man. I'm looking forward to finding out. And it's going to be interesting. I do hope that we will have... I'm going to try and get the game to continue to the very end. It would be nice to have like a complete game, start to finish. And we'll see. I mean, maybe we get to the point where we could try to just force a march on Paris. And I think that would bring the... Entente down. Or at least do a good job, but it could be interesting. Maybe we do invade Belgium in 19 16 or 1917, who knows? We'll see. We shall see. So thanks for watching, ladies and gents. If you guys are enjoying the series, do consider becoming a Patreon backer. That'd be much appreciated. Definitely do go ahead and like the video. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, only a moment and a single click. But it does help YouTube recognize this. I am trying to grow the channel. I've been stuck here at about 8,400-500-ish for a long time now, and that is due to the fact I was doing the VA. But I am trying to recover the channel, just trying to get back to where we were, really. And that would definitely help if you guys help with that. So, until next time, thank you, and goodbye. Thanks once more to Alex for all his hard work, and I'll see you guys in the future. Take care, and stay healthy. I may be streaming again later tonight if you guys want to see some SGS Battle for Stalingrad, but we'll see about that. Until next time, thank you, and goodbye.